sometimes the loudest stories emerge from the quietest phrases. One short remark, and the whole world pauses in speculation. This is exactly the situation with Melissa Sabancha Tapan right now. A beauty with aristocratic restraint, adored by the press and the public. And now, she is the subject of new rumors. The main question that has resurfaced is, are she and Kerem Bürsin back together? It all began with what seemed like an ordinary evening. Cameras, flashes, a bustling Attilo. Melissa was spotted leaving a trendy venue, relaxed, in good spirits, surrounded by close friends. There were no signs of anxiety or excitement. Everything looked as if life was playing jazz for her in the background. But journalists are always alert. They were ready, as usual, and asked their question directly about Kerem. The answer was brief, almost curt. I really don't want to talk about it. Other than that, everything is fine. And that was it. Not a single extra word. No hints, no smiles, neither denial nor confirmation. It was as if a period had been placed where, in reality, there was a comma. Because after that phrase, the most interesting part began. The public exploded. Social media surged. Some joyfully picked up the news. They're back together, while others skeptically remarked there was never any breakup. Some, on the contrary, expressed disappointment. More PR, as always. But all of that is irrelevant. What matters is that no one is indifferent. The story of Kerem and Melissa has long transcended the personal. It's a whole series where every emotion is under a microscope, where every gesture becomes a meme, where every meeting is an excuse for dozens of theories. And you know what? What if this really isn't a breakup? What if this whole story is just a lull? A pause, a rest, a reboot, or maybe even a form of protection. Because in a world where relationships live under the gaze of hundreds of lenses, being honest while remaining silent is true courage. And even if they've chosen not to publicize their love, not to share moments of happiness with the world, isn't that their right? Perhaps they are so at peace together, so content, that sharing it feels like putting a glass display case in front of their hearts. And if that's the case, they are doing everything right. Let Kerem finally have a love where he can simply be. Not perform, not prove, not defend, just live. Be himself. Let Melissa have a man who not only gazes at her lovingly at premieres, but also holds her hand in silence when there are no cameras around. Even if these are just rumors, let them be kind. Let them inspire us to dream about how stars so distant actually experience the same feelings we do. May this story remain shrouded in mystery, because something beautiful should always remain unsaid. And now, attention! Remember how last time we held our breath discussing where Afra was when the whole world was watching Mert Ramazan Demir's oath? Her absence was felt like an empty chair right in the center of the frame. But today, the spotlight is on another couple that keeps disappearing and reappearing with a new sparkle in their eyes. Hande Erçel and Hakan Sabancı. Here they are again, together once more, and once again, $1 million mystery. We thought we had heard it all. The rumors, the breakups, the reconciliations, the parties where they were supposedly not together, yet at the same time together. But this time, footage that has sent the entire fan base into a frenzy. Airport, Turkey, cameras catch Hande and Hakan just as they set foot on their home soil after a vacation. Their expressions, as if nothing has happened. Their smiles, calm yet confident. And here it is. Yes, everything is fine. Yes, we had a great time. Yes, we are together. No need for lengthy explanations. These two speak briefly, but each phrase is like a footnote to a novel that no one can finish reading. And when journalists, seizing the moment, throw the question directly, when's the wedding? If it happens, you'll be the first to know. Hakan replies. A phrase said in passing, but with such an intonation that social media exploded with memes, theories, and tears. If it happens, it should already be happening. Some write, they're just playing with the audience. Others are sure. And while fans split into camps, the main message resonates between the lines. They are together again. Not just a couple for the cameras, but two who know how to keep their personal lives behind the scenes, yet never let the audience go for a second. Was it a vacation or a quiet rehearsal for a shared life? Hande was calmer than ever, and Hakan seemed to be protecting not just her, but their shared story. From rumors, from paparazzi, from other people's words. Perhaps this is their formula. Say nothing, just live, love, and occasionally appear to throw everyone into an emotional storm. And even if the wedding isn't tomorrow, even if it won't be extravagant, let it be a love where no extra words are needed, and we will be watching until the very last episode, because this story is definitely not over. Subscribe right now so you don't miss a thing. Here, it's not just about stars, it's about real feelings that burn stronger than any premiere. And if love returns, we will be the first to tell you.